Hi, it's Greg Mum here from CareerHQ. This is just a quick video to explain the demonstration account that I've set up for EIS facilitators so that you can go in and just get a really good feel and understanding for the product and the experience the athletes have so that it can improve your knowledge and also help with the feedback you're providing. So to log into the demonstration account, you just need to go to the CareerHQ website, which is careerhq.com.au, and click into the sign in button at the top right. For your knowledge, if an athlete that you're working with has started the Compass and hasn't finished, for them to log back in and complete it, this is the way they come back in to log in, rather than going through the landing page, which is how they originally enter. Or if they've finished the Compass and they just want to go in and view their results, they can do this way as well. So what I've done is set up an account under GMUM plus EIS Demo at careerhq.com.au, and the password for this is EIS in capitals, Demo in lowercase, 2018. Once you sign in, you'll go to the My Account page. It's taking a bit longer than expected. And here you'll see this is where each athlete has all their information. A number of things here. One is you've got a CareerHQ Compass summary report. This is the same report that you have available in the comms platform. If they want to share the results here with family or friends, they can do so. They also have their behavioural profile report. So this is a report that comes out of the Thomas DISC profiling assessment. You, as facilitators, do not have access to this report in the comms platform, and this is done deliberately just to look after athletes' privacy. Some athletes, the feedback we've had, because it goes into behavioural traits and motivators, are just a little bit cautious around that information getting out, potentially if it influenced coaching decisions. But we do encourage them to share that with you, and if you request or suggest that to them, they can download this report as a PDF file, and then they can share that with you. We have updated this editing to 365 days, which gives the athlete the full year to go back and change their results or finish it if they're interrupted by travel or competition, etc. Within this, they have the likes, dislikes, strengths, weaknesses, as well as the other modules. The likes, dislikes, and strengths and weaknesses both have the same display, and here they can enter words or phrases in their own words, or they can use the prompts provided. For your knowledge, we have changed this down here, which used to be 3 to 6. It's now 3 to 5. We just found that the technology was struggling for some reason with the 6 entries, and whilst we look at fixing that, we've just changed this so that we reduce that problem. As I said, strengths and weaknesses are the same. The personal interest profile is uses the Holland Code career interest profile, which is in a psychometric assessment. I won't take you through that because once we start, we have to finish it. But essentially, it asks about skills, interests, and values, and comes up with a profile which suggests careers that athletes may be better suited to based on those answers. And a little click on the information here will give a summary of what each of those profile topics is about and what they mean. What we do, and an important distinction, is rather than using this information to create an algorithm that says, oh, well, you should be this, this, or this, which some other people do, we're very big on the athlete having the freedom to choose the careers and allowing them that autonomy. So we do present careers in this order so that we try to guide them towards things that will suit them better. But ultimately, the athlete is choosing the options that they carry forward. So as a facilitator, any option that an athlete ends up with in their report is an option that they've selected for themselves, which is an important feedback note. In the career options section, We present jobs in subheadings so that if athletes know they're not interested in childcare and adult care, for instance, they don't have to look at jobs in that area. They can just skip directly to areas that might interest them. Within this, if they're unsure of a job, they can click on this information here and it takes them to a database that outlines all of the core elements of that career, including the job outlook for the future. One distinction here is the information has been built from gathering the best of what we could find globally, including from the UK Career Service site, as well as Bureau of Labour Statistics and ONET in the States, and careers sites in Australia and New Zealand. What is individual, I guess, or specialised to Australia currently is the entry-level education. So for TAFE or vocational, this is kind of, I guess, skills college or technical college. This is quite specific to Australia. The university courses, we find generally 80 to 90% of them in terms of bachelor degrees or masters very much are in line with the UK education system. So once an athlete thinks they're interested in that career, they can tick to take that forward as part of their extended shortlist. What they do need to do at the end of this section is reduce that shortlist from however many, it could be 25, 35, down to a maximum of 10 and a minimum of 6 careers to take forward. And that's so that they have a lot of options. We're big on making sure they've got more than one option to reduce the anxiety around having all eggs in one basket and allowing them to research more. Lifestyle considerations, we take them through some of the most common lifestyle considerations in a career sense. This is an elimination tree essentially where they just kind of work through and tick one of the 2 options on each page. And again, wanting to give them the freedom to shape their own outcomes and report, they can then prioritise from the 12 they've chosen the 4 most important to them at this stage in their life. In the My Career Shortlist section, initially we just ask them some questions around how they, what they know of the career, whether it's bright, not sure, or challenging in terms of future outlook. We do the same thing around qualifications, and also whether or not that career could bring them inspiration and meaning. And so we actually test the shortlist of careers they've chosen. So the 6 to 10 careers we chose them, we've asked them some questions and find out how much they actually know about that career. So we really do get them to reflect, and it is subjective in terms of their understanding of that career. So there may be some coaching opportunities if they are a long way off what your knowledge of that career is, but it is a good reflective piece for them to understand how well they know that career. The behavioural profile, this is the Thomas International Assessment, which is based on DISC behavioural profiling. It takes about 8 minutes inside the Compass, and whilst they're doing it, they get a 1-page summary within the Career Compass tool, as well as I think it's a 6-page report, which I've already shown you in their My Account page. The reason this takes a little bit longer to load is we've got to send a request out to Thomas, who then send the information back that we integrate to the website. So if you are downloading a report or the athlete says that it's taking a little bit long, most of the Thomas stuff takes around 15 to 25 seconds to download, as opposed to the 5 to 10 maximum with stuff within our site. So here you have a description of that unique profile, some describing words that can be great to be used in resumes or LinkedIn profiles, and then which sorts of work might suit that individual. The end result is the Career Compass summary report. So some key things to note here are every career that's here on the left-hand side is chosen by the athlete. So there's nothing here that they haven't chosen for themselves, and therefore it's a great conversation point because they have some interest in those careers, otherwise they wouldn't have chosen them. Here are their lifestyle considerations they've chosen: future stability, qualifications, inspiration and meaning. The bluey green circles mean it's a match, Purpley red means it's not a match, and the half here means that they don't currently have the qualifications, but they think they can get the qualifications, and there's some descriptors there to explain that. Another thing, during the Compass, we allow them to actually put in a dream job or dream jobs, which are jobs with a title that they create for themselves, either because they haven't been able to find it or missed it in the database, or they just think of a job with this name. Because of that, we can't match that to Thomas, obviously, because it's an infinite number of possibilities. And we do have a number of careers currently that are newly added. We update our careers every 3 months. And as at present, we haven't had those updated with Thomas. They represent approximately 2 to 3% of the database. So there's 20 to 30 out of 950 occupations in there that aren't matched, but we're in the process of getting them matched. Every other career will have a 5-star rating. And this is how that individual's unique behavioral profile compares to the behavioral profile of the job description for that career. And so it's useful to be able to say, okay, well, if you are getting 2s or 1s or lower than 2, then perhaps there's a need to do some more research around that career and potentially some work experience to really understand whether that career is a good match for that individual. If for whatever reason an athlete's set on a career like physical education, then they can reorder their list and bring it up here. And that just means that we encourage that. It just means I guess you need to be open to the fact that, for instance, here, there may need to be some sacrifices or compromises on flexible hours and travel if they really want to do that career as a long-term option. Finally, they can download their Compass report here, and they can also download their behavioural report here. So if you are advising athletes to do that, to do the Compass, when you're communicating with them up front, it may be an idea just to get them to download this when they do complete it. It saves the need to go back into their account page later on, although that will always be saved there. So that's the Compass in summary, and this demonstration account, you can go in and obviously have a look around, and I encourage you to do so. I would ask that you don't change any of the actual answers in there. If you do change the answers, then quite often that will reset different modules after those changes. Obviously, if you change the short list of careers, then we need to go back and we need to reassess how your lifestyle matches that different career. So if you are going in and looking through it, please just go through, look around, but not make any changes to the existing answers. If you have any further questions, you can contact me through my normal contact means, which is gmum@careerhq.com.au. And I hope this helps in terms of giving you a better understanding and more confidence to use it with all of your athletes. Thanks very much.